Here's the thing. Whether you're in pain physically or mentally, or if you're just feeling like you have no direction in your life, I'm here to tell you that that can change. You can change. It's a choice to change. It is so good to be able to just get on here and express a little bit about the thoughts and the feelings going through my head. So I was recently in a meeting with a bunch of women, and some of them were just telling me about how they really struggle. They really struggle with getting up and going in their life for multiple reasons. It could be because they have health issues. It could be because they have depression issues. It could be because they don't really feel like they're doing much with their life, and they don't know which direction to go in, and so they're not really motivated. Well, so here's the thing, I've really been thinking about that, and I've been thinking about my own life. I certainly can relate to having health issues. I can absolutely relate to having depression challenges, and I can absolutely relate to also just not feeling really motivated and not knowing what direction to move in my life. In my life, a lot of it stems from chronic pain, both physical and mental, okay? I don't think people understand that sometimes chronic pain, whether it's a physical ailment like fibromyalgia or MS or something that causes just absolute pain through the body, oftentimes goes overlooked by people because you can't see really the manifestation of somebody's pain unless they're limping or they're swollen or they're, have a kind of a look about them where they're like cringing or shuddering or something. But there are a lot of us who walk through life just in pain, and we still try to live a normal life and in a way that nobody really sees what's going on with us, right? So, and then there's mental pain. Where does that come from? For me, it was a traumatic childhood. A lot of abuse as I got older, rape, just not ever really fitting in for one reason or another. And it certainly led me to make decisions in my life that weren't very productive. It took me years to realize that so much of the pain that I was feeling mentally, was something that I could change. So, here's the thing. Whether you're in pain physically or mentally, or if you're just feeling like you have no direction in your life, I'm here to tell you that that can change. You can change. It's a choice to change. And it takes work. It takes a lot of work. And I guess that's partially why I'm here, because I want to be able to share with people what that work looks like and give them some steps. My journey is not going to be your journey. You're going to take a totally different journey. But there's could be parallels or similarities with the things that I've experienced. And maybe, just maybe, it'll help you over some hurdles. Or maybe you'll be able to bypass a major pothole if I share with you the journey that I've gone through. It's not easy. Right? It's simple, but it's not easy. And it is something that takes a lot of diligence. So let me just say this, okay? If you're in chronic physical pain from an autoimmune disorder, or maybe you broke something and it just didn't heal right, or you have nerve damage, those things can not have control over you. You can control them, and it's a process. It's a healing process, but it can totally happen. How do I know? Because I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia at about 16, but prior to that I'd lived years and years and years in chronic pain. The pain ruled me. My fibromyalgia controlled my life. I didn't control my fibromyalgia until I hit my mid-30s. And I understood finally, after, about 20 years of really trying to understand my body and all the options that were available to me to have a better life, that I could make a choice, I could take action, and based off those actions, I could actually have a life where I was in control of my fibromyalgia, not the other way around. And we will talk about that in another video. It's possible. Absolutely possible. The whole chronic pain of having mental anguish and mental trauma and having coming from a life where you didn't know if you belonged and you didn't know if you were worth anything. That is real pain. I totally get it. But you can make a choice. You make a choice to do the work so that you can have control again. And maybe you have control for the first time. Because I'm going to tell you what, when when you're living with such pain and misery and shame and blame and guilt and punishing and fear, you're not in control. Your past is in control, the experience is in control, but you, the core being of who you are, you're not in control. So are you ready to make the choice to get control of your life? I hope so. I hope so, because let me tell you what, it is so exciting. It's hard. Not gonna lie there. It's hard to move forward, to find gratitude in your past experiences, especially when they were terrifying, is hard, but it's so worth it. It's so freeing. If you want to know what freedom is, get to the point where you can have gratitude for the most traumatic, terrible experiences of your life. If you can do that, wow, you're gonna soar. You're gonna soar, okay? And just that general, not having motivation, you need to find where that's coming from, all right? For me, it came from physical pain, physical chronic pain, okay? And mental chronic pain or anguish, both, really. All the decisions I was making in my life were because those two things had control of me. And sure, I was a good person. I tried my very best. I love my children. I love my husband. But I hadn't made the choice until my mid-30s to not let it control me. And I didn't even know it was controlling me until I hit my mid-30s and I started doing the work. Okay, so before the videos come out that tell you the work that I did and give you some steps, some tips, some tricks, and a whole lot of processes, I want to know if you're someone who is stuck, okay, or are you someone that you're soaring? You already realize that, your pain has been controlling you, whether it's physical, mental, or both. And what did you do? What work did you do so that you could start soaring? Or if you are stuck, if you're just now realizing that this pain is controlling you and not the other way around, you're not controlling it, it's controlling you, then I want to know what your biggest questions are or your biggest fears. I will be happy and I would love to address them. That's my thing. I love to help people. I want to help more people. I want more people to realize that they can have freedom in their lives and they don't have to be controlled by their pain, physical, mental, or both. For me, it was both. It was a journey. And as you get to know me, you'll know more about it, okay? But just know, I know what it's like. I've been there. Fibromyalgia, that's just the tip of my health issues, okay? The traumatic childhood with a rape in my teens, just the tip of the mental pain that I felt. I've been there, okay? I've been there. So let me know what's up. If you're excited or just the teensy bit interested in the journey that I'm going to share with you, then, do the things, the like, share, subscribe, because I have a lot of treats up my sleeve here for you, and I want you to be able to get them. So take care. We will talk soon. Now that you know change is possible and you are ready to make those changes, you may have some questions that you ask yourself. Can I live with chronic pain? Is life even worth living with chronic pain? You just may simply wonder if it's worth making the change. Check out my next video right here to find out more.